I once spent 3 years sweeping the same stone courtyard. Every morning before sunrise, I picked up a broom and swept the dust away. And every evening, the wind returned it. At first, I was frustrated. "What progress am I making?" I asked my teacher. He smiled and said, "You are not here to move dust. You are here to learn how not to be moved by it." That lesson changed my life. And it is the same lesson that will help you achieve anything without distraction. You see, distraction is not the enemy. Attachment to distraction is. Most people believe focus comes from forcing the mind. But the mind is like water. The harder you grip it, the faster it escapes. True focus comes from clarity of purpose. Let me ask you something, and answer honestly. Why do you want what you want? Not the surface reason, the deeper one. When I was younger, I wanted enlightenment. I wanted peace. I wanted mastery. But secretly, I wanted recognition. Because my desire was divided, my attention was divided too. Distraction is not caused by noise outside. It is caused by conflict inside. When the heart wants two different things, the mind fractures. I learned this during a long meditation retreat. One day, while sitting in silence, my legs ached, my thoughts wandered, and my mind rebelled. I wanted stillness, but I also wanted comfort. That was the moment I understood. You cannot walk in two directions at once. To achieve anything, whether it is success, peace, skill, or purpose, you must first decide what matters most. Not everything deserves your energy. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every invitation deserves a yes. A monk once told me, "Your life is shaped less by what you do and more by what you ignore." So here is the first practice. Choose one priority per season of your life. Not 10 goals, not a long list, one true direction. When farmers plant seeds, they do not dig them up every morning to check progress. They water, they wait, they trust. Distraction is digging up your seeds. The second lesson came from silence. In the monastery, we spoke very little. At first it felt empty, but soon I realized something powerful. Silence is not the absence of sound, it is the presence of awareness. When you remove noise, you hear truth. Most people are distracted because they are afraid to be alone with themselves. Phones, videos, conversations, these are shields against self-reflection. But growth requires stillness. If you want focus, create sacred space in your day, even 10 minutes. Sit, breathe, observe your thoughts without following them. You will discover that most distractions are simply thoughts asking for permission. You don't need to fight them, you just don't need to follow them. The third lesson was the hardest. I learned that discipline is not punishment. It is devotion. When you commit to a single task, fully, wholeheartedly, it becomes meditation. Washing dishes, writing a page, practicing a skill, do it as if nothing else exists. Multitasking is a myth. The mind can only be fully present in one place, and when presence becomes habit, achievement becomes inevitable. Not rushed, not forced, but steady, unshakable. Finally, remember this: time is not lost. It is spent. Every moment you give to distraction is a moment taken from your potential. But do not be harsh with yourself. A distracted mind is not a broken one, only an untrained one. Train it gently. Return to what matters, again and again, like sweeping a courtyard that will be dusty tomorrow. Because the real progress is not outside you. It is who you become while staying focused on what truly matters. In a world overflowing with noise, notifications, and endless distractions, achieving anything meaningful can feel impossible. In this calming and insightful talk, a monk shares timeless wisdom on how to cultivate deep focus, clarity, and purpose, without force or frustration. Through personal stories, quiet reflection, and practical lessons learned from years of disciplined living, this video will help you understand the true root of distraction, clarify your priorities, and protect your time. Build focus through mindfulness and intention. Turn everyday actions into moments of growth. This is not about productivity hacks. It's about inner alignment. If you're seeking calm, direction, and a more intentional way of living, this message is for you. Take a breath. Reflect deeply. Choose what matters. If this video resonated with you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs stillness in their life. Comment below. What is the one distraction you're ready to release?